Welcome, everybody, to Funk Around and Find Out. It's your girl, Penny Two Cents, and I am with today.
Hi, I'm Funkarella. Welcome.
You know what? I just want to say that I have chills and goosebumps, right? And it's just unfortunate of the reason of this
Yes,
podcast today. And we are going to recognize Mr. Michael Eugene Archer,
yes. Otherwise known as D'Angelo.
D'Angelo.
Yes. And yes, we are really excited to be able to talk about him and his accomplishments, and how much he has affected music and how he has kept funk alive and who were his idols and the people he wanted to follow and be like. So we're really excited to say that this songwriter, multi-instrumentalist and record, producer,
Producer. Yeah.
of neo soul and helping to continue with this. And he just brought us so much pleasure over the years. So
Yeah.
it saddens me to have to talk about him in this way, but at the same time, the enjoyment that he has given us over the lifetime of of music. So, I was really, saddened, obviously. I think we all were because of how nobody knew about it, of course. Their private life is their private life, but you always want these artists to continue to give us, their art forever,
Yeah.
forever. So, um, yes. So, I don't know what actually is your favorite song of D'Angelo, or what made you go, I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah, my I have a lot of songs.
Okay.
I just love his voice, right? So
Mm.
he's got a couple jazz albums out there also, but he just has this beautiful, silky, sultry voice. But my favorite song is Lady.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, who wasn't? I mean, when he came out with the Brown Sugar,
Oh,
um, and he was that album was what year was that? 1995 or something like that that he
yeah, it was
came
a
out with that?
while ago.
And, of course, that one had multi, jams and, it made the top Billboard charts for like 65 weeks in a row. You're talking about somebody
Amazing.
who's
That's a
coming out
huge
into the scene.
feat. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a huge
for
feat,
first
right?
album. For very first album.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then the nice part about it is I love the brown sugar is his way of talking about Angie Stone,
Yeah, his
right?
muse.
Yes.
Muse.
Yeah.
And losing her too in the same year, that right there was just like a blow to the artist. It's like people were when they were sending these messages out saying, please don't let this be true, please don't let it be true. And the same way that went for him too, and please don't,
Yeah.
my heart can't take this. And sure enough,
Yeah, she
it's
was
like
great. Yeah.
I have so many songs, but my main song is When We Get By. I mean, Lady was also my biggest one, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to play that on repeat so much and just really did, you know, wear out my CD. I think I scratched it and I had to re I had to buy the whole album again. I think the
Oh,
CD again because I scratched it.
wow.
I was playing it
Yeah.
a lot. I mean, who wasn't at the time because he was so
Yeah.
big. And, I didn't know that he had worked with so many artists, other artists, definitely Angie Stone, um, Raphael Steek and Lauryn Hill and, just oh, gosh, what an artist that he.
You know,
Mhm.
when you reach that level, right? When you're a Grammy award winning artist, when you reach that level,
Yeah.
um, who doesn't want to be near that person or who doesn't want to collaborate with them when you know this person has something to offer? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Offer the world, offer the
Mhm.
music industry. I want to collab with him. You
Oh, of
know?
course,
I
definitely.
want to do something. I want you to
Yeah.
make me, you know,
Yeah. Yeah, he
make
was
me climb
definitely
the charts.
exactly. He was definitely inspired by Prince, and you could tell by the way he sang and
Oh yeah.
some parts of the way he dressed too. He was bringing out that Prince. But
Good.
he still brought that neo soul and that
Yeah.
that that jazzy vibe to it because for someone who looked like him, and I mean him being a black man wearing braids and I didn't expect it to be so jazzy and funky and neo soul. I expected it to be a little harder. But when he came out with
Hmm.
Lady and the songs and Brown Sugar and everything was very, very, I don't know how to explain it, just very smooth. You
Yes.
just you just put the whole CD on and you just listen to it all the way through.
Hmm. Now, he said one person that you don't judge a book by its cover.
Exactly. Yeah. He had a song that I think it was the last track on his album, and it's three explicits.
Okay, was it the Voodoo album or the
It was under Brown Sugar,
Brown Sugar? Okay.
and the that song actually you painted the picture, and you felt the pain. You felt the pain, like literally. And I'll just put up there what the song was. I won't put most people probably know what I'm talking about, but the song just put me in a different viewpoint of who he is as an artist. Just was, you'll know what it is. You'll know. You'll know. Um, and I totally forgot he worked with Erykah Badu too. I mean, you
Yeah.
could tell that was in his music, but that was his first album. Second album, which you talked about, was Voodoo.
Hmm.
That was the one. Was that the one where he came out with the where he was the video was he was nude, all nude?
Hmm.
Yeah. That's when
The
actually,
best one.
yeah, that was the one that put him in on the map. And I shouldn't say it put him on the map because he already was an artist and already big. I think it catapulted him because of the risque video that he did, and it was promoting his singing ability. You know,
Hmm. Hmm.
this has got to be difficult to get in front and
Yeah.
sing so raw with your whole heart. I know other people were like, they were just staring at the screen. Um, but it told it for me, it was more the artistry of it, not his nakedness. It was the artistry.
Oh, absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, that's what it's all about. The nakedness was part of the artistry. He's the art,
Yeah.
But no, his ability to sing and pretty much all the different genres was a that was huge for him,
Hmm.
and that's why he was so sought after.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, he came from humble beginnings, Richmond, Virginia. He dropped out of high school and moved to New York to kind of to jump into that and was on the Apollo, amateur night a couple times
Yeah,
and I think they did
yeah.
win several times, but it was like he didn't stop there. He didn't stop there. And what a great, beginning when you just drop everything, you just drop out and you say, I'm going to go on faith in my talent. You got to know you have some talent when you can do that.
Absolutely. But you know what? There's so many artists that are out there like
Hmm.
that. And
Yeah.
that's just that that is having that power and that esteem inside you to know what you're worth and you have a God-given talent and God is telling you to press on this whole entire time. And
Hmm.
man, he pressed on and he created some gems, right? These
Yeah.
things they'll last forever and they'll
Yeah.
be embedded into our hearts.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's also worked with Usher, Brian McKnight, Boys to Men, and Joe Levert. And, and some of that you can see in their music too. But the one thing that really got him on when he did Smokey Robinson's Cruisin'. And that
absolutely.
song, ho, 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 ho,
Absolutely.
it just was to me, I'm bringing back, this the smooth sounds of Smokey Robinson, along with his smooth grooves and a neo soul, and bringing it into the present, going, I can't do this without them, and moving it forward to today. Um, he also was featured on Jason's lyrics. There was a song on Jason's lyrics too, and I don't remember. I have to go back and watch the movie and see what it was, but yeah. So he's done a couple of top Billboard charts because it just puts, like I said, it puts you in a different type of mood. It soothes you down, it calms you. That's what I felt about his music. How did you feel about his music?
Yeah, he was the same way for me. He was that day, where you put that lava lamp on and you got you a glass of wine and it's dark and the only, light is going
Yes.
reflecting off the lava lamp and
I know.
he put you just in a majestic space, right? So it's kind of like uh getting your circadian rhythm back in place, because you're all over the place. And then you get
Yes.
the gentle, the
Mhm.
soul voice, sultry, and he
Yeah.
just mellows you out. And I want to say, going back to the Cruisin' song that he remade of Smokey Robinson, a lot of times it's very difficult to remake a song that is a great and to actually like it, right?
hmm
So
hmm
he did an amazing job. I like it
hmm
more than I like the original. So he
Yeah.
gets an
Yes.
applause to me
I
because
know that was really good. It was really
yeah,
good.
he did a great job.
Yeah, he did. He did. And there were so many things that, like I said, he was influenced by. It was James Brown, obviously. You have Sly and Family Stone and Jimi Hendrix. Definitely, Smokey Robinson because of the remake, the cover, Tupac and Biggie.
Yeah.
You had George Clinton that he loved. I mean, I remember him going out and talking about one of his favorite all time. If he had one album that he could take to on a desert island, the artist was Prince. I don't remember the album though, but yes, you can tell that he was definitely a Prince fan. Um, another
That,
artist gone
yeah,
too
that
soon.
who?
Another artist gone too soon.
Absolutely, absolutely. And here's the blessing in behind the music. You can see the history of the music just move through from James Brown, the Prince,
hmm
to D'Angelo, and you can see it's not mimicking, but it is flattery,
hmm
to emulate them, and they inspired them, and you can still hear the music within the music from the
Yeah.
artist of
Yeah.
the past,
Yeah.
right? And that's the
Yeah.
great part about this.
And he definitely lives on.
Oh,
He definitely lives
absolutely.
on. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, um, he's also gotten tons of nominations, MTV nominations, Best R&B Video, that was the one where he was raw, naked. There
Yeah, was
was
that
the
2005 or something like that?
I yes, yes it was. Was that then or it was before that?
I thought it was, maybe I'm wrong,
No, no,
but
no.
I know
I
he had a lot of MTV good,
Right, right. And I know that a lot of times that he was having some, people asking him whenever he would go on stage after that to take off his shirt, but he really wanted it to be about his music, only about his music. And, you know, yes, there's a lot of superficial people out there, and yes, he
Yeah,
was, he
but
had a,
when
what
you
is
show your nakedness, right?
Yeah,
You have no inhibitions. Like you're coming out raw. Like you want people to see you how who you are and how
yeah.
you are. And well,
Yeah,
it was nice that he had a great body, right? And he had smooth skin. But it's about the inhibitions and the nakedness of him going, listen, take me or leave me,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because this is who I am.
It's fine.
And you gotta applaud somebody who can do that.
Yes, exactly.
A lot of people don't have it in their spirit,
They
but
didn't. You
he
talk
does.
about, I remember when I first saw the video, I'm like, wow, that's a lot of confidence to
Hmm.
stand there and do this video, you know, and to pour your heart and your soul into it
Because
because
nothing else matters,
yeah,
right?
nothing else matters. Right. That's your
Nothing else
gift.
matters. It's just
hmm
me.
Yeah.
It's my voice, and let me
hmm
share it to the world. And I have something to say,
There you go. There you go.
you know?
Yeah.
And This is why Funk Around and Find Out is here, right?
There you go. You know,
So
one of the things is we have uh another album, the fourth album that he was working with Raphael Sadiq on. And unfortunately, from his untimely death, it hasn't been done. I hope that Raphael Sadiq will still continue to, whatever was the finished product, that will put that out there so we can still enjoy his music.
I
I,
believe he would.
yeah, I hope so.
I think Raphael is that kind of guy. He's a conductor, a maestro, a mastermind. I do
Yeah,
not think that he would keep that from the
I know.
world.
I hope not. I hope not.
No, I don't think that's how he is, right?
Yeah, I hope not.
So, Raphael, if you're out there,
Right, right. Yes, I know. So we're really excited to where we're going to be taking Funk Around and Find Out. Hope you will be able to join us for. I know you are going to because you are funk lovers. You're going to be enjoying this journey along with us, and we would love to hear from you as well when it comes to what you like to hear, what artists you would like us to showcase. So, and you never know
absolutely.
because some of those artists that we might know them, and then we can interview them and put them out there for you. So. Looking
Yeah,
forward to it.
absolutely. Funk Around and Find Out is a amazing funk frequency. We'd
It
like you
is.
to like, comment, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications so you can see our next episodes that are coming up.
Yes.
So I'm Penny Two Cents.
I'm Funkarella.